and I'm not going to give that up. It doesn't matter how much money's involved. I do this because I like the community.
Okay, so I'm being told that Mike left the Discord.
He left the Discord and deleted the stream.
Jesus Christ.
Old Twiggy claims another victim.
Twiggy, don't say some shit like that, bro.
Don't, no, he literally was like baiting me the whole time. He kept on telling me that I'm not him, which did not, like, that doesn't bother me. But when you're constantly telling me that, like, you basically own me because you're rich, no. Like, I don't care how big you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much influence you have. I don't care if I have to take an L defending myself against you. I'm going to stand my ground, regardless of the situation.
Okay, so were you fucking with him about that video that came out, that Internet Anarchist
Okay,
put out?
yes, I did because when I asked him if he wanted to react to it, because I haven't watched the video. I just brought up some stuff I saw in an old Sunny V2 video, just because I mean, yes, I knew it would get a reaction, but he's trying to get a reaction.
So this is probably going to be a very long video. Very long video, very intense even. Not really intense, but just a lot of heavy hitting subject. So let's start with Reaper, which starts at 4 in the morning. God help me, why am I awake this late in the night? So you can clearly see that Reaper does not have Dad. Now later on, Dad would eventually go over to Aussie. And now you may be asking, so is the original Aussie stream where Mike freaks out, is it around? No, but Ken does have, I believe, a copy of it. So, if anything, or I don't think he has a copy of it, but I think he has enough clips anyway. So there's that. Which is very crazy to say out loud, that given that Aussie is so late in the night, but it has a very big character. So, take that as it is. Now let's actually get moving forward. So essentially, Twiggy quit and Mike quit, which resulted in Steak later on getting Dad, but at least in the current moment, he is basically hostless. He does not have a co-host. We'll get into that when we get into Aussie, obviously. So, gonna have to wait till we get to that point. Yeah, but most of the stream was just like really Xylee and them venting out.
And while you're doing that, all right, so it was these two voice messages here, Steak?
Yeah, probably. I don't even remember what I said. I was mad.
All right, well, let's listen to it then. I don't know why that happened. Okay.
Keemstar, you don't need to be fucking firing anybody. We're doing a good-ass motherfucking job on Aussie. I would take this fucking W, this fucking dope-ass stream we got. Let us keep our VC and let us keep our job and be fucking done with it, bro. This is fucking bullshit.
Okay, that's light work compared to what I said to Keemstar on Rewind. I can tell you that. All right, let's listen to this one.
Keem, I thought you paid $20 because you wanted a personal Riz note from me. So I know you've got that real nice fucking side-by-side. And since we've been getting along so good and you gave us our VC bag, maybe we can take a ride down to the lake sometime. Thanks, bucko.
Okay,
and Keem sent a super chat.
So, yeah, that was the Aussie boy, the really Steak kind of just venting. Not really venting, but kind of, doing something that Keemstar paid for. But yeah, so the rest of Reaper was just them just going through the process. Twiggy deciding whether or not he wants to stay or he's gonna, quit or get fired. Billy later on comes in to kind of lighten up the mood. And Steak for the most part, and I feel bad for Steak, because, Steak is very dedicated to it and he's actually having fun. But it's like, remembering from what I saw from the Ken stream, shout out to Ken, it is kind of like insane to think that like what Mike said to Twiggy is crazy, and it's a general attitude and mannerism. It's nuts. I mean, I get the whole point of Mike. It's just like how much you can push your body, how much you can go to the limit, right? But at some point, people are just gonna be no. I mean, if you're really desperate, it's a different. But if you're not, then what does it matter? And I mean, like the way he kind of talk to Twiggy if the original stream is out there somewhere. Again, it goes to Ken. Mike was very condescending towards Twiggy. And yes, I know Twiggy is a troll. Twiggy is notorious for this. But at some point, you're just like, well, can you really blame him when you have to deal with people like this? No, you really can't.
Aussie, their stream got taken down again.
Roxy's in the good morning, Roxy.
Yeah. And so tuned into Reaper because Twiggy and Steak were on Reaper, and I guess explaining what happened. Apparently, Twiggy and Mike got into it, and I guess Mike got overly aggressive again. I don't know.
Okay, so from what I understand is they got okay. I don't know if both the boys or just Twiggy. Anyway, they got into it with, I think it was both of them. They got into it with Mike, like just back and forth. And then it escalated. And then the wives were brought into it. And then I think Twiggy ended up saying, you clickbaited your divorce. And then Mike ends up saying somebody he's gonna come visit him.
Oh.
So Chubby more or less covered a little bit of drama they had. How can I say this? Chubby basically covered their own drama with Nuts, which is very interesting to see that there was drama between them and Nuts. I just felt that like this is kind of a little overblown. I mean, like when I mean overblown, not necessarily on like Nuts' side. I mean, not Nuts. I mean Dolls. I mean, like it's kind of feel like Nuts is just kind of forcing something that clearly I would say that it's like kind of doesn't need to be forced. It's like you're kind of starting out. I know you're like the freshest and newest person, but it's like, besides that, like besides being the freshest and newest person, our newest group, it's like you just don't need to start a drama like that. Now, I did forget to mention about the whole like threaten stuff and how Mike, essentially what's about to go IRL, the same thing that quote unquote Savage got fired for, or I mean quote unquote fired for, right? You know what I mean? And all I was just thinking, it's like, dude, really? Like, you can tell that people don't like it when you do stuff like this. But then I realized who we're dealing with, and then and then I remember we're dealing with idiots sometimes. We deal with idiots sometimes. So, yeah, let's move on.
Is what you're saying?
He might have done, but I was like, because he genuinely does suck at acting. That's why we don't get him to do it.
But
so if he did get with us,
did you see the lip? I mean, are you kidding me? It was just, come on.
Okay, Tommy, wait a minute. Tommy, wait, Tommy. Okay. I met him IRL at Keem's place, right? For the 4th of July. I'm telling you now, that dorky ass motherfucker you see on a live stream, he is the exact same way in person.
It doesn't mean he can't be funny though. I mean, he could be funny and creative.
No,
and
he is funny.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's not an actor, is what I'm saying.
I'll say, you see that? It's too funny.
Oh, wait, Rastov. I wanted to ask you, did CD the other night, was he saying that basically he doesn't give a fuck about anybody except for like you, Sweet Tea, and Keemstar? Was that what he was saying
really
the other
upset.
night?
That is what he said.
So, it's interesting to see how people are reacting to Tommy C. And when I mean reacting, I mean interacting with Tommy C. Because I don't know, maybe he thought people wouldn't interact in a way that he thought of. I mean, to me, it's very wholesome. I actually enjoy the interaction between Tommy C and the rest of the hosts. Like, I genuinely do enjoy it. Besides that, they kind of just talked about a bunch of other stuff. They talked about the whole thing with Mike. They talked about some stuff related to Twiggy, because it's always going to relate back to Twiggy. So, there's always that. you know. But really, I just want to really kind of go in and talk about the whole like, just a general how the hosts are with Mike. Not Mike. I mean Tommy. God, I'm so tired. Sorry for my tiredness. But yes, their interaction with Mike and how that's going. It's interesting. Very wholesome, actually.
Hey, it's not my fault. You are fucking garbage at what you do. It's not my fucking problem. Take that up with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say, you know what? I can't do content. I'm sorry, God. You're letting down your whole fucking audience. I don't know how many people. How many people they get? How many again? Scooter, come on.
Like 200, like 200, maybe 300 on a good day.
We're not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh about that.
Look, I'm not gonna laugh about it either. And
200 is 200.
But here's the thing: they need to understand content. You know, this all started from whenever I went up on their stream Monday.
I just don't think they're fucking good. And if they're gonna come at me,
good. That's the problem. They're not good. They had 200 viewers that Monday when I went up there.
It doesn't matter if 200 views.
No, but the thing is, if they recognize content, the view count shot up almost 100. They were at 290, and they held that for the rest of their fucking show. Shout out to fucking Rastov for getting them that attention. That clip was played on other shows. Good. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to raise the bar for all of us. But apparently that's a problem, and we're gonna get in our feelings about it. So let's continue. So this is whenever AMAC made the decision to leave the Discord. And AMAC, I did kick you from the Discord whenever you called in because.
First thing first, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to give props to Albert and Scooter. They have very nice voice for this. How they set the stream up. I'm not gonna lie. It's very energetic. Scooter has a very energetic voice, and I think Albert has a very booming yet calmer voice. I can't explain it. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So yeah, apparently Nuts and Chubby are at each other's throat. Tick-to-tag war situation. Which is very interesting to see that now we're seeing this right off the bat. I would have probably said like, oh, maybe should have waited a couple weeks, a couple days even to get the bearings going. But like it's a tick-to-tag situation. I'm like, no, I wish I was tired for this stuff, but I'm not. And seeing Gizzard and Tina's own son was, prove that Tina is not going to quit anytime soon. This is just interesting. This whole tick-to-tag situation that we're witnessing as this is going on. But besides that, I just don't see a reason to go against Chubby, the whole content stuff. Like, no offense to both of them. I mean, like, I can imagine Albert could probably be content because he's around his mom and around Mike, and he can get a lot of good pointers. Scooter is like, hey, we'll have to wait and see with Scooter, right? You have to, the one thing I would say is like, if you're all bark but no bite, then there's really nothing. But if you're half bite and all bark, then at least you're much more intimidating. I don't know where I'm coming with that. I'm extremely tired. All I'm saying is like, when it's coming to content in LCU, it's very hit or miss, depending on the show and depending on the drama. I get it, maybe they were going after Chubby because it's an easy target, but it's like, it's too easy of a target to the point where it's like, kind of actually, like, why? I don't know.
Fuck shit. Before I shut up, you're making $50 a stream because you suck. Because you're not good at this.
You okay, bud?
Oh.
No, I'm not okay. I want to fuck you up, dude, in Minecraft.
What a pussy.
Don't fucking test my gangster, motherfucker. You're only a state the fuck away from me.
Mike, I think you gotta cool it with the threats.
It's not a threat.
I love when fat people threaten to attack people. It's funny, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? Fucking lips in with your hernia? Like, bro, come on.
I want to hang out with you. We're friends.
No, I think you might want to cool it. You already got in trouble once.
Oh,
Hold the side.
fuck yourself, you fucking bum. Go fuck yourself.
We can auction it off again.
How the fuck are you being this fucking calm, bro? I don't get it.
Who, me?
Yeah, what do you take before you come to work? Wow.
I'm just like, the easiest way for me not to take somebody seriously is when they're letting their emotions consume them. I've talked about it on streams multiple times.
You're still a bitch. It doesn't matter. You're a fucking bitch. This is you letting your fucking emotions consume you, motherfucker. Even though you're fucking calm, you tried to call me out on the fucking show like you're a fucking. I will fire you right now, dude. Say, switch over to the fucking OBS so I can kick this motherfucker off. I want you running the.
Look, listen to this shit. Like, I will fire you right now. Like, fuck, bro.
Someone said, someone said bro might be going broke from the divorce. Do you think that's why he's so angry about it? He's like, these shows need to start making money or I'm fucked. Like, fucking Uzi Master with the $20. Why is that not playing? That's weird.
So I think this is where this video is going to be a little longer than usual. But let's get this out of the way. Yes, that was the clip of Michael basically going bananas, going apey. Kind of just like, ooh. That does not look good. It does not look good at all, to the point where I would probably be like, I would fire you. And this is back to back after, like, what? After how long? Like, to me, what makes this even crazy is, like, I don't know how to explain this properly. What's crazy about this is, it's like you already got in trouble the first time. All right, you got in trouble for the first time, literally not even a day or two ago. Now you're going to get in trouble again, and basically you're fired after this. And I get it. Maybe he's going through his divorce. The divorce is so nasty on him that he doesn't know how to handle the situation, which is like, okay, fair enough. But it's like, you still got to, like, you know, reel it back. Like, don't act like this. It just doesn't make you look good. It makes you look even worse than before. So to me, it's just like, it's just nutty. It's extremely nutty. But we got other things to cover.
Grander scale. So just you look, they both have a channel each they can still do their show on, so they're still doing something. But for a week, just give it to two hosts that you think you can trust to do it, and then just have them dedicate that entire 2-hour time slot to Rewind, and then you can gauge whether it's working or not. That's all I'm saying.
I truly, moving forward, want Billy and Xylee to do whatever they want and take away, this is Keemstar's fault or this is someone else's fault. Like, I want it to be up to you.
Phil super chatted $13.90. But Keem, why not just bring Ken back and have him host a new rewind called Lolcow Remind, since we've got the space in the LCU now? He did a great rewind and you know it. At Gaming with Ultra 9305 super chatted $10. Bring Ultra back, man.
I will say Ken's smashing on his solo shit. I will say that.
And I got to say this because I want to ask Keem this because this was always on my mind because I was a huge fan of the after show, and I know you used to go up there and used to panel on after show. Did you make Rewind based on the after show, and you was like, I want to bring that into my circle? Is that why you brought Rewind in to the LCU?
So yeah. Let's get into getting back into Rewind before we get into nerds. When we will later on we will get into tech talk, because there's a lot of stuff that happened from tests all the way to basically almost to Aussie. Not really Aussie, but all the way up to Rewind. Am I going to skip balls again? Probably, but that depends on how I feel. Alright, it depends on how I genuinely feel. Truth be told, yeah, I do agree that maybe it would be good to have different hosts, different people really run Rewind rather than have Billy and Xylee, because, like, you know, they don't look like they're having fun, but then again, you can easily say, well, they're just acting or they're faking, which today is a valid point, I'm not going to lie. On the other hand of all of this madness, right, of this craziness, it's like, well, even if they're faking it or lying, at the same time, it's like, well, how much can this keep going? How much could they continue this cycle, this madness, right? Obviously, they can't continue, like, forever, for very clear reasons. But, you know, in the end, all I want is, like, a show that does Rewind. And honestly, like, you know, this is going to sound very generous of me, but, like, I don't want hosts who are not happy to run a show that they clearly are not happy with. Whether they're faking it or not, I'll let that be how it is. So, yeah, let's move on.
Fucking video games that the Game Grumps played. We're not gonna let witches be part of the stake.
Can we take a moment and just appreciate the irony of being like, "Are you a sicko?" as he's wearing like a stripper costume? Are you a sicko? Are you this mad crazy guy, or do you have
Look, first of all, do you think Billy came up and ruined it, or he just came out and pointed out like you are literally doing what you lambasted me for? Because like he said he came up there and ruined the fun. CD admitted this wasn't fun for him. So who did he ruin the fun for? Rastov and the crowd.
Yeah, Tech Talk, can you step out? You can come back when I'm done here, but something happened I got to deal with.
Okay.
Guys, you fucked up.
What happened?
When you were showing his Facebook friend or whatever, apparently some of it was redacted and some of it wasn't, and his relatives got doxxed.
His relatives? Nothing that we show was relatives. It was just only thing we showed was furry pictures.
Well, that's what I was trying to explain to you, Buff. We didn't know who was all in those screenshots, and that's what I was trying to tell you. You had to forward only the redacted ones, because I don't know
I
if
was
you got shown.
I was just forwarding everything we fucking had. So we didn't delete the ones that we didn't edit. So one of them actually ended up getting forwarded.
Yeah, just so you know, like it's I just dealt with a very, very upset CD-ROM. I have multiple different hosts reaching out, and it was like his direct relatives that you guys are showing in his private life. So there's gonna be some sort of punishment. You fucked up bad.
Yeah.
God damn it, Buff, bro.
Edit that part out of the stream or something.
I can do that, yeah.
And then I guess I'll deal with it on live because I don't even know what I'm going to do for punishment. But this is you fucked up.
I think it's on me. So fire, suspension, everything. I understand.
Maybe you didn't do it. Maybe you didn't do it intentionally, but like
it still happened. It still happened. There's no accountability needs to be fucking done. To be honest,
I haven't even seen it myself, but like according to these other hosts and CD himself, direct family members, full name, like it's allegedly not good.
This
So
is specifically why I told you, Buff, when you sent them. Like, this is why I get really frustrated when you don't fucking listen, because it's really not hard to look at the ones that were redacted and which ones weren't. Like, I'm just like, this is, whatever.
no, we just should have deleted that. This is all on me. This has nothing to do with Zay.
Yeah, but you're like saying we. Like, this is a we
No,
thing.
no.
Like, I
No.
fucking didn't sit there and redact all of these fucking screenshots for like 20 fucking minutes just for like, come on, bro. Like, it's so not hard to fuck up simple shit sometimes, Buff. And you see how bad you fucked up? Like, I don't like to yell at you like this, but right now I don't even know what to say to you. I sat there for 20 minutes redacting all of that shit. All you had to do was forward it. All you had to do was press forward to live on air, and you couldn't do that right. Why? Now I have to deal with the fucking repercussions of you fucking up. Why?
This is me.
Yes, it is you. I'm not gonna fucking act like I fucked up when I sat there and redacted all that shit myself just for you to not fucking look with your eyes what's redacted and what isn't, because you're so fucking hell-bent on sending all the shit and getting it out. Focus. You had so much time before the show sitting in live on air. I told you, go to live on air early. Forward it early. Why didn't you do that? Where was all that? What can I say to you right now other than I told you specifically what to do and you didn't do it? Now I'm facing the repercussions for your actions, Buff.
It's not you. It's me. I fucked up royally. I did this dummy. We should have been this way better. I fucked up. I deserve anything that happens to me. NDF, LCU, CD-ROM. No, go ahead. Full screen me. Full screen me. I'm a retard. I'm an absolute fucking retard. I'm an absolute fucking retard. You got it. CD, you're right. I'm just fucking dumb. This is not a fucking accountability thing. This is supposed to be just showing that you know fucking furries, and this was just fucking dumb. This was fucking...
So... yeah. So was CD-ROM family docs? Yes, 100%. This is actually confirmed. Now, regardless of what happened with CD-ROM, regardless of what happened, regardless of what happened with CD-ROM, right, it is still insane that it still happened. I know I'm gonna talk about CD-ROM when we get into it with the nerd segment, but what Buff did was very dumb, a clear mistake, and it's one of the reasons I keep saying that Zay is good for nerds. He is a good host because she's structured and she won't screw up. I've said it a number of times. People who hate on Zay, you can hate on her personality, but you can't hate on her work ethic. You can't hate on her the way she structures the stream. You can't hate on her for vetting the process. You can't, because she does a great job and she learns. But Buff doesn't. And no matter if people like Buff, and I'm not trying to hate on Buff, but it's a clear mistake that what he did, and he got lucky. If it wasn't for what's gonna happen next, then he would have been screwed. He would have just been 100% screwed, even unbelievable, right? If what happened next with CD-ROM didn't happen, Buff would have been majorly screwed. Nerds would have been screwed regardless, right? Regardless of the punishment, they would have faced this for the next coming weeks, but they got real lucky. Nevertheless, even regardless of what happened with CD-ROM, you can't ignore the doxing on one hand. On one hand, what they do later on, I'll give them props. But on the other hand, it's like you still screw up by doxing, and depending on how you want to view it, you messed up. And it's a lesson he needs to learn. Especially since Buff has this bad tendency to go on a full war mindset. Now, some people were saying that Buff was smiling or he's laughing. That's just an innate response. I'm sorry to say that, but some people do have those kind of twitches, those nervous twitches. It's a sort of it's a mechanic. It's a defense mechanic. A lot of people have that. So you can't, I can't fault them, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I smile or laugh in a situation that is extremely difficult. So I won't hate him on that. I'll give him a pass. The doxing, regardless of what happened next, you gotta do better next time. You got lucky, because if this would have been anybody else, or if the CD-ROM stuff didn't happen, you would have been screwed. And the way Buff kind of acted is just like, okay, I understand that you could have simply just said, give me a couple minutes, let me have some time to myself, let me think, let me process. No, you kind of just left like a child, so there's that. But we'll get into it now.
And you knew nothing about it, but you're streaming with a PDF?
Alright. I don't even fucking know. You want to see CD-ROM's first video on Grand Star Legion?
Sure.
And this is the one that still openly works with the guy who, by the way, was outed in 2019 for shit that goes all the way back to 2013. This is fucking cringe. This is grown-ass fucking men, bro, playing with fucking kids. As you can see, he fucking took part. The Skilled Star Gaming Group, Grand Star Legion, which is the one that Starman 3 is fucking a part of. Oh, okay, there's screenshots
And for
of
some reason,
CD-ROM
all you want to
defending
do is
him,
play Kingdom.
and I'm getting
You
them
want to
right
play
now.
Kingdom Hearts? You want to play Roblox? What the fuck is going on? NDF, rise the fuck up, because the fucking V-Card gang, they're a virgin for a reason, because they can't fucking obviously hang out with the right fucking agents. Who the fuck here is out, bro?
Here's the screen. Wait, no, shut up. Here's the fucking screenshots of CD-ROM actively fucking defending him. This is what fucking matters right here. Fucking Christ. All right. I remember when back in junior high, 8th grade, I was dating Starman 3, and people would make fun of the fact I was dating someone 13 years older than me. He was 26 and I was 13 at the time. I was stupid to fall into his traps. If people want to make fun of who I love, I don't care anymore. CD-ROM, aren't you supposed to be busy being banned from social media to an active victim?
What's the next thing
No,
to
I'm
say?
seething, bro. I can't even. You read it.
I don't see I don't see why that's relevant to my question.
You just
And
come
then
out of the
next one
blue,
he
bro,
says,
and ask
then
me the
it-
weirdest question, bro. Then it's safe to assume that I'm someone with privileged information and you still haven't answered my question. So you knew about it! Oh, I need a minute.
Was he trying to silence a victim? Was he trying to say stop?
Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't for the last, I would say 30 to 40 minutes of this stuff, Buff would have been majorly screwed. If it really wasn't for the last couple of minutes, Buff would have been majorly screwed. Let's really get into it. So later on in Rewind, obviously CD-ROM gets fired or just completely let go. We'll get into that when we get into that, especially when we get into live and Tech Talk itself, when they kind of get bombasted. So essentially, it seems like that CD-ROM was basically defending a predator, right? Allegedly, right? Just in case, just gonna back myself up. And it was insane. Because in the moment, I'm like, nerds is screwed. They're screwed big time. Buff is screwed, but it's a life lesson he needs to learn. Boom, this just happened. I'm just like, oh. And it makes you wonder, how deep does a rabbit hole goes? Right? How deep does it really go? How far can you go? Right? You know, how far can it even go? Right? Like, how far can an individual go and how disgusting they are? Because I am like, you know what? Especially what happened in Rewind, I'm not going to defend him. No matter how much, you know what? Even if I get paid, I'm not defending him. And I'm siding with nerds with this one. It is insane that the last 30 or 40 minutes of nerds is what saved them. They saved their ass completely. It saved them so majorly. It is actually insane. The alleged stuff that happens, things related to another girl, it is. But we gotta move on to Queen before we get back into the story.
Of the people that can say, hey Gidgy, shut the fuck up and let Tina talk, or hey Gidgy, why don't you try a different lipstick color, or hey bitch, lose some weight, or anything like that I can actually change, I consider that constructive criticism. Unlike a lot of people in this universe, I can take constructive criticism very fucking well when it is delivered as constructive criticism. And I will tell you, you chatters over here that I'm watching, you guys have had some of the most amazing constructive criticism. And I am always here for that. Always. Please do not ever think that I will take it any other way.
I'm not getting mad. I was reading something. What is Gen C talking about?
I don't see him. I don't fucking see him. This is weird.
They're in waiting. I'm looking at them.
Oh, Gen C. I thought you said JC. Yes, Jen. Jen's awesome. She was here yesterday. I want to bring her up for a second.
Oh, don't bring her up yet. Just give her about 2 more minutes.
I was gonna wait. That's why I was saying, Jen.
Yeah, she don't need to be involved in drama.
Yeah, I almost, my gut tells me to not bring anyone up today. It is not a content
Okay, where's
show.
50-50 at?
Who?
I don't know. What's that guy's name? 50-50 that sleeps with his dog. What's his name?
Freshy Fresh?
Oh, yeah, Freshy Fresh. Apparently, he's got a lot of comments to make about the boys, and I'm just wondering, hey, Freshy Fresh, do you need to drink that hot sauce again? Because I think Twiggy took the night that he had you drink that hot sauce and blamed it on Mike and said Mike made him get an ulcer from drinking that same hot sauce.
Sorry about the lighting. I don't know what happened.
Freshy Fresh ain't so fresh.
I like how I accidentally cut at the, the most funny part of Gidgy said, like, he's special, so I'm nice to him. I'm like, Gidgy, oh Gidgy, if only you knew what's going to happen next. So let's get into it. So most of this was just them going over and just kind of saying that, like, yeah, that Mike is gone, and it looks like Tina is here to stay. And it looks like she's here to stay, and that she's just, she's a permanent host, regardless of Mike. Now, Mike may end up coming back later. He probably will end up coming back later down the line, and it is what it is. But yeah, that was really most of Queens, and then obviously them talking about a bunch of other stuff relating to that. And I might as well let's move on to live.
What's up, Rewind?
Rewind?
Or Rastoff, excuse me. It's been a long day. Rewind's been on my mind.
I bet. Bro, these people fucking doxed as family members, they genuinely need to be fired. Alright, I no longer feel safe in the fucking community with these fucking idiots. And you cannot tell me that it was a fucking accident, because I know for a fact they had the screenshots blocked out and in a fucking sequence that they could have easily clicked on. This wasn't a mistake. This was intentional. Alright? What happens the next time nerds get in their feelings, right? Are they gonna come for my family? Are they gonna come for fucking your mama's family, Steak's family? Like, this shit's not okay, bro. And if you let them get away with it, what kind of culture are you cultivating here? Right? Anytime someone gets mad, is their little fucking doc squad coming for you? Coming for me? I'm not having it, bro. I'd rather go fucking open miniatures and cards on my personal channel. Fuck that. You have to get rid of these cunts. I'm over it, bro. This isn't fun anymore. This is actually just not fun.
I'm going to be dealing with them on this show, and they will be punished for what they've done.
Punished or fired? Because this is not... It's literally rule 4 of fucking 20 rules. Right? There are literally people that are not allowed in this server, right? They're not allowed in this server because they've been on other servers that have had doxers in them.
Okay.
People cannot come to Lolcow if they're in specific places.
We are well behind.
And we cannot turn this place into one of them because they have a group of like 8 people that go hunting for fucking information.
Okay. Rastov, let me deal with it. I understand you guys want them fired. And I am saying that they have clearly broken the rules. I said that to them directly. I said I'm going to think about what I'm going to do, and I'm going to punish them on live today. So just let me deal with it.
Team, if either of them don't need their anuses surgically repaired after what you're about to do to them, you haven't gone far enough.
That's how CD-ROM handles those furries, boy.
It does me no favors, bro. It does me no fucking favors.
Okay.
All right, I leave it in your hands, bro. But I swear to God, if this happens, like, if this starts becoming a fucking thing that happens, and it's because you didn't deal with it properly here, all right, you are not going to hear the end of it. I fucking promise that.
I know your guys are mad. I get it.
Yeah. They said they're going to quit. We got it. You made an announcement.
So, for obvious reason, nerds didn't get fired. Their time slot will be going from 4 o'clock starting next week due to the doxing. Unless that changed, as we currently speak, they are now streaming at 4 in the morning. So, Reapers gets a different time slot. Everything gets moved around because of their punishment. On the other hand, is it really going to affect them? Nerd has a strong fandom. They have a strong audience. I don't see it as really of a punishment, but more of a challenge for them to overcome and grow from. I mean, at this point, I already said that at one point, I think Nerds could have been like the number 4 or number 5 show. And I think currently speaking, really, like, the number 2 show is still Queen, but I think eventually that's going to be outcompeted by, Tez. Then eventually, so it'd be like what? So it would be live again, I'm derailing. My point is, yeah, so they attempted, tech talk people attempted to threaten to quit, which honestly, given what's going to happen in the next stream and the stream after that, particularly in Rewind, kind of just a moot point. Mostly because CD-ROM does not do a good job in defending his case, or if anything, he makes things worse and worse for him to the point where when he eventually goes on Rewind, when we get to Rewind, things just kind of blow up in his face to the point that he's just out of the network completely. So whatever they were trying to do here on live, the tech people, they completely failed miserably. So let's move on to...
I don't know anything about Second Life. I haven't had a conversation with him in several months. All my attention has gone here.
Okay. So when was the last time you talked to him?
Months ago. Like several months ago. Maybe 5 months ago.
Okay. So the thing is, like, you're on a, you're in a network with a big platform now, and...
CD.
Yeah.
I heard what you said, and I believe you're being honest. Obviously I have to look at this stuff
that's being spread around too, to like really form my opinion.
Yeah.
But you have to understand.
Hayden
Sorry,
313 super chatted $20.
Yeah,
CD
CD
just changed
CD
the
gets
victim
applause,
and
but
praised
not
a
me.
PDF for being different. Good luck,
Just saying.
weirdo. I feel like
put it
Keem
back
and
on pause.
Rastov should go through everyone.
You got to understand, CD,
Get rid
that
of the sickos.
you're now representing the LCU. You know, Rastov shouldn't have to be affected by this. Either should Sweet Tea or anybody in the LCU.
You are, Keem, I'll stop you right there. You are 100% correct, and I will walk willingly.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to walk from this individual. I think that your religion is involved, right? Where it's like, you know, you're trying to help this person so no more bad does good. But now you're taking all the bullets for this dude. Because like when other people are canceled.
So besides Keem coming up, Billy comes up and Nightmare. I'm gonna probably put Nightmare clip in here because I think it's pretty crazy what he says. And base Nightmare, Nightmare Boy, Nightmare Moo. But yeah, so this whole time, most of the stream, with only lasted an hour, was just CD-ROM attempting and really miserably failing to defend an individual who is apparently he's been friends for many years and has continued to be friends with for many years. I'm sorry, but if I know somebody that went through something like that, I think they would understand if I don't want to be friends with them anymore, just for my own reason. And I get that maybe like CD-ROM is trying to be this nice, wholesome guy, but it's like, dude, no offense to you, and something like Lisi said, like, yeah, nice guys don't always finish. And I'm sorry to tell you this, CD-ROM, but you really done mess it up so bad and so many levels that is not even funny.
Let's get into the story. I had a friend once. He's a very good friend of mine, very lovely friend. A little bit on the spectrum side, but he's a lovely dude. And I found out one day he was accused of some horrific stuff with minors. And he told me it didn't happen. I had to fucking cry in my arms. And then he pleaded guilty. I was like, maybe he took a plea deal. And then all the information came out about him. And do you know what I would do if I saw that motherfucker today? I'd break his fucking neck. You support Starman? You justify his fucking actions by going, oh, he's autistic. I don't give a fuck. If you're a nonce, you fucking deserve the death penalty. Fuck out of here with that shit. You should not be fucking defending or justifying any of his shit. And for you to be like, oh yeah, but she was the aggressor. Fuck out of here with that shit. You fucking retarded. Fuck your autism. There's no excuse for you defending this, man. You're not, and then you know what? We can use the same argument everybody used. You're going to say this whole thing, Starman, like, you know what? You said you get me in trouble one day. You're going to be, nah, fuck off.
Sorry,
You just pissed because you got caught.
Chatted $20. Nail and perp are strong, and you will have to deal with every person who ever watches will know you're a PDF defender. People don't forget, and we will let everyone know. They have a right to know. Just walk away.
Sorry, not me. You can go.
Right. This situation is so unbelievably fucked, and the fucking sweeping you've been trying to do, CD, over it is
Not
fucking
sweeping
insane.
anything.
You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You should be fucking disgusted in yourself. If you were part of my religious community when I was Christian, bro, they would have casted you the fuck out. You're sick, and you fucking suck. If you're a nonce defender, bro, just say it and fucking own it. Don't blame it on fucking autism, you old cunt. Fuck you, prick.
Peace and love, brother. God.
Yes, I understood all of that, Nightmare. Don't you worry, Nightmare. I understood all of that. But no, in all seriousness, I agree with Nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'll keep it $1.50, as they would say it. God, that was wrong with me. Yes, it is insane, the level of defense, the level of just... it's just wild, right? And then, like what Nightmare said, yeah, it is extreme, but it's just how most people genuinely feel. I mean, like, look back at what the Mike situation that happened all the way back in February, March, right? With the whole thing about Bridget. It's it's not any, you know what, it's what you kind of get. I'm sorry to say this, but like, dude, like, you can't defend it after what happened with Mike. It's just crazy, and it kind of explains a lot how CD-ROM operates as a person. I get the idea of forgiveness, I get the idea of second chance, I get it, but it's like, you ain't it, bro. You ain't a savior.
And I know
Socially
how.
retarded.
Exactly. I know how it could not work, but I can understand why nobody else gives you the benefit of the doubt here.
Well, I'm glad fucking one thing that was incorrect was corrected. And now deal with everything else, CD. Did my job. Great.
Keem, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did Rastov quit?
No, he did not.
Okay.
But CD has tried to quit like 15 times, and I told him, nope, you're going to deal with the shit. CD, you want to quit?
Very much so. I think
Nope,
that
you're going to stay here and deal with the shit till we get to the bottom of it. You're dealing with any accusation that comes out. You're going to have to defend yourself, and you're either going to be guilty or innocent. You're defending it.
I know Roblox ain't that good of a fucking game, right? It ain't worth any of this shit. I never played it, but I can only imagine. It looks like it sucks.
Because you know what? If I let you quit, you're guilty. That's just the end of the story. You're guilty.
All right, well, I'm not guilty of anything, so what do we do?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm worried about future. I'm okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna sound like a complete fucking bitch. I don't care. All right. I'm worried about future decisions with CD.
I would be too. I understand.
I'm gonna be honest.
Your response. That is your. See, bro, dude, just quit. Really? I can't help you. I can't help you at all, bro. I hate that I feel it that you're innocent. I hate that I feel in my heart that you're innocent. But you are an idiot. What the fuck?
It's the pushover thing. It goes back to his whole story here. He pushes over every time he gets any sort of pushback, which might have been why he did this whole thing in the first place, because the kid's parents, or the guy's parents, and the guy kept asking him to do shit. He's like, "Oh, I'll help." You help yourself into a fucking shithole all the time. You don't help yourself, is what I'm saying.
Xylee, you just said you're worried about him in the future, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't blame you." What? CD.
Team, you know exactly what I'm thinking, bro. Where we come from, what would we have done if this was somebody in Tea Party or something? What would we have done?
Bye.
That's exactly what we would have done.
Yeah, I get it. I just think he's a fucking idiot. I think
agree.
He's innocent. I think he's an innocent idiot. I really don't think he's evil.
You are correct.
I actually do agree with you.
I'm an innocent idiot. I wholeheartedly accept that I am an idiot.
All right,
I've accepted
CD.
that several times.
I'm letting you quit. Oh wait,
Innocent?
actually deal with this. Deal with Nightmare.
Innocent? Fucking innocent? Are you gonna take the piss? Yo, motherfucker, call your mate doing dirty shit, and you're like, "Oh, I did the right thing and told their parents." Are you a fucking spastic, bro? Fuck you, you bald
Nightmare
bitch.
ain't
That's why
wrong.
God made you fucking bald. You creepy little cunt. You fucking stick up for a nonce, bro? Nah, fuck you. Let him fucking quit. Why are we sticking up for this piece of shit? We have families in this community. They have kids, bro. If you were in my neck of the woods, bro, you wouldn't even be breathing right now. In Minecraft. Bro, I could be fucking stopped for being associated a part of this community right now. I literally pull out all my defensive shit for tonight
There are
because
so
I
many
have friends that watch this community
inconsistencies, it
and they don't
doesn't
fuck
make
with shit like that.
How
Make
much
people
of
for
his
stuff like
witnesses
this.
is going to take to realize he is just
One
going
moment.
with whatever narrative best fits? I can't, bro.
That's how a lot of people feel, City. You don't
They
get it.
people for shit like this. You need to understand. A couple of fucking months ago in my area, a fucking man nearly got fucking burnt alive for being outed for this shit.
I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, you see how Nightmare is about it, right? 100% understandable, and that's why I said that he seems like a liability. It's because of Nightmare's reaction to it. Which is not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, Nightmare. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm just saying, you know,
Like, I don't get, the guy literally called himself a P-word sicko, whatever, and you still decide to be his friend. That thought process just, I can't ride with that thought process. I can't. That's a liability to me.
Sandwiches, referring to kids as sandwiches to have the low key, and you saying he hasn't got the comprehension to fucking understand what he's doing sick and fucked up when he's referring to him as a fucking dude. Oh my god, me! And roll your eyes, you sneaky little cunt!
Everything you're referencing right now is a fake. It's a red herring.
Oh, is it fake? Like you reaching out to the fucking 13-year-old victim, right? Was that fake? Is that fake? You reaching out to a 13-year-old girl to be like, well, why are you here? You shouldn't be here.
Nightmare, let him respond. Did you do that?
She wasn't the victim. Oh my god. Are you not capable of listening?
Okay, stop. Because Nightmare, listen, there's a part of this story that you don't understand that I just discovered, and that's why we're here right now. When he is arguing with the person on Twitter, yes, that is a minor. That is a 13-year-old. But that's actually not the victim. That's just a random person in their community that he's arguing with.
Okay. So he's arguing with another minor over a fucking pedophile.
Exactly.
It's not any better. It's not any better. It's another fucking child that's trying to out a nonce. And he's like, well, no, you shouldn't really be here, should you? Trying to morally grandstand when you play a child's game with other children, you little fucking freak.
Just trying
Where's
to
your big headiness now? Before the fucking tech talk show, when you were typing, going, "Oh, guys, don't worry, I've been for this before. I know my way out of this one." When you were fucking flexing about how you were gonna get out of this, where's your fucking moral grandstanding now, motherfucker? You little cocksucker.
I can't be mad at Nightmare for how he's reacting to it. I can't.
I turned my camera on. Sorry, guys. I know it's your show. I haven't got my shirt on. My
no
titties
problem.
are out.
It's okay.
Where's your moral grandstanding now, motherfucker? You were flexing so hard. Like, oh, I got this, bro. Don't worry, I got this. I've dealt with this before. I've had to justify for this before. Where's your fucking moral grandstanding now, fuckface?
Nightmare, you don't understand. He had to deal with this against other Roblox players, not like, the real world, like grown adults like us. That's why.
There's just no way that you could say that with a straight face. Like, there's just actually no way. There's no way that you haven't just had to go look away from the camera going,
don't worry.
What the fuck am I saying right now?
I've dealt with this before. The Roblox players, listen to me. I've got this.
Like, come on, man. Why the fuck could we go someone like this a part of the community? And how fucking dare you try to pull the fucking pity party as if, oh, I've had a rough day today. Fuck your rough day. Fuck your rough day, you little bitch. Fucking victim card gang motherfucker. Fuck your rough day. I hope you have a fucking terrible week. Fuck you. I hope your Christmas sucks, you little shit. Fuck you. Fucking, oh my god, my life sucks so much right now. Fuck you. I have no fucking sympathy for people like you. You fucking suck. Yeah. Where's your fucking comment? Come on, CD, defend yourself. You were so fucking high and mighty at the beginning of the tech talk. Come on.
Nightmare, I pray to God for your long longevity and health and happiness.
I hope when you fucking hit the gates of heaven, that God kicks you in your fucking stupid square fucking face
what's
and knocks you back to the gates of hell because you are not the part of that religion.
One second.
CP stuff also gets a lot of shit. Keeping CD here makes everyone in the LCU part of it. Disgusting. He talks to kids and is still friends with the PDF.
Guys, try to get down to a conversation.
That's going to be on the next Turkey Tom
so
video.
We can learn something about what this is, because it's still very confusing.
Apparently CD-ROM was in talks with the parents who were in talks with law enforcement this entire time, from what CD-ROM was saying. So I don't know if the guy was doing all this stuff and the police knew about it. What is CD-ROM supposed to do other than try and be
hold
him accountable?
Well,
he felt like he could help hold the guy accountable. That's what I'm saying. It was CD-ROM's
Billy,
thing.
just stop for a second. CD, I need you to think before you talk, all right? And you need to defend yourself. Like, me and Billy can't fucking sit here and try to make sense of what is going on. You got to actually defend yourself on what truly happened. All right.
I maintain my story. I'm
not a pedophile.
He's He's never had any physical interaction with anybody. And did he goon with some young folks? Yeah, he did. And I very shut up.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter if it was physical. I don't give a fuck if it. What was it? If it wasn't physical, what was it, CD? What was it?
Swapping messages that I very harshly admonished him for.
Hold on, Nightmare. What kind of messages, CD?
RP and sexual in nature.
With a 13-year-old?
You're a fucking creature, mate.
I don't give a fuck if it was physical or not. How would you feel if that was your 13-year-old child?
I wasn't thinking that far ahead because I'm not a parent. I tried to lead my friend down the straight and narrow.
I am not being on a platform with a fucking non-supporter.
Okay, Nightmare, you don't have to say that. CD just fucking signed his own death wish. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say fire, then I quit. You obviously, CD, cannot be a part of this community. But I hope moving forward in your life, outside of this community,
You gotta go.
you realize your mistakes. Like it still seems like it's lost on you. Like Nightmare is not blowing up and losing his mind for nothing. Xylee isn't screaming for nothing. Like you're actually lost.
He's a huge safety hazard. I'm not a parent and I could never condone
I
this.
must be, Keem. I must be. There's something in this I still don't understand, and I'll never figure it out.
And that's why you can't be a part of the universe anymore, unfortunately.
I understand.
All right.
Thank you for the experience. It was nice meeting some of you. Thank you for freeing me.
I wish you nothing but the worst. Get fucked.
Focus on doing better in the future. This is a learning lesson. Do not go back to these communities. Do not go back to these people. Do better.
Please don't.
100% CD. All your past friends were all fucking weirdos. Every time anyone looked into any community it's all fucking degenerate fucking people. Like you need real normal friends. And stay out of these fucking gaming communities, especially with children.
I'm not in any with any children.
Well, you were, and that's a fact. That's like a known fact that you were.
And that community that we had, we burned completely to the ground. Rebuilt it only.
Okay, CD, this is what I want you to do in the future, right? I want you to look at things as in, what would you do? And this could be anything. What would you do if you were the parent? Would you have appreciated an adult messaging your 13-year-old child like that?
Oh, would you smash the fucking brick over his head?
Nightmare, I'm asking the question. Please hold on. Please. Would you have?
He's already gone, Nightmare. Listen,
Riley, I don't know what it's like to be a parent. I can't answer that question. You know I can't. I was only capable of looking at it because it was my friend. My friend did something wrong. I very, very harshly criticized him for it. I reported him to his parents in an effort to get him on the straight and narrow. I'm not sorry for being his moral compass.
You ain't got a moral compass.
Yeah, part of your moral compass is fuck CD. There's part of this that you don't get, and that's just clear.
It must be, because I never once told him to do any of what he did. And
I do apologize. That clip is extremely long. I do apologize if this clip was extremely long. I don't know where to begin. First thing first, I think we can go any direction we want. I think my biggest thing I would probably say is CD-ROM is a complete idiot. I think he has a tendency to be high and mighty in a way that is, now that I look at it, feels familiar. Or I don't know where I've seen this before. Even so, it's like his lack of self-awareness, it's very obvious. Yet on top of that, I think the way he acts, the way he conducts himself is just disturbingly disgusting. To the point where I'm just like, how can you think like that? It's like, do you not go outside of your own boundaries and maybe like, okay, well, ask yourself how wrong this is? Yeah, I get it. Like, oh yeah, you know, I admonish my friend, all that, but it's like, dude, if he committed something that was wrong and so bad like that, to the point where parents have to get involved, I would just completely just not connect to that person, make sure that I have no connection to that person anymore. It's just so insane. And yeah, I know Nightmare was going wild and crazy, but like what he feel is what a lot of people feel. And you can't take that away from him. You can't blame him. And obviously because, you know, Nightmare probably worked with Yo Mama's going to have a lot of things to say about this. I guarantee you this much. And just how he responded to everything, it's just like, dude, do you not have like a type of concept, a type of like not realizing that maybe what you're saying is completely wrong? I think what makes this even worse is that he doesn't even attempt to like go beyond that, right? Now, as somebody who, you know, is, how can I say, as somebody who take care, oh no, that's not the right word. As someone who's not a parent, but knows a lot of like, you know, a lot of friends who have kids, a lot of family who have kids, right? Even if you're not a parent, it doesn't take that much to figure things out. It doesn't take as much to learn, right? It doesn't, right? I may not be a parent, but I know parents around me, right? You know, for some small bit of time, like I kind of did help raise one of my friends' sons for a while because the dad wasn't around. So to me, it's like, I may not know what a parent, full-time parent may be, but I get the general idea, a good feeling of what it means to be a parent sometimes. And to me, it's just ridiculous that he doesn't understand that. It's just like, you don't gotta be a parent to understand the anger that Nightmare has, or even Xylee. It's so insane. And it's to the point where I can't even defend him. Like I'm refusing not to defend him at all because there is no defending him. There is no hill worthy to die on because like what it makes you look way worse. So to me, in the end of the day, it's like, you know, CD-ROM. It's like, do you not realize that your actions have some severe consequence across the board? You kind of deserve to be not lambast, not the right word. You deserve to be completely dogged on. Like, I have no sympathy for you. I really don't. Now, later on, Froggy Fresh would join the network. He would be what replaces CD-ROM for Lolcow Tech Talk. But I mean, at this point, they may as well change the name completely. At this point, Tech Talk is a name that they shouldn't even use anymore. So, you know, yeah, take that as it is as well. We're gonna skip balls and we're gonna go straight into Aussie.
$1 from Hi Daddies. The dads go. No, they won't stop. No, that we have one of the. I've said it last night. Before all the shit hit the fan, that we've got the best fucking viewers inside the LCU. They're generous as fuck. They're supportive as fuck. They love seeing us here doing our fucking thing. We just have to figure out what our dad-to-dad contact thing is. Another 20 from Kaylin. Hi, Dad. I saw a video of you boxing. Hot fire. Fuck yeah. Turtle Talk 2024. Member for 1 month. Band World, you guys are killing it.
Con and Kaylin, these moves are for you right here. Ready? Thank you for watching the boxing.
I gotta figure out how to dance like you, dude. Oh, he's doing the boxing? He's fast. Oh, the combos. The combos, the kicks! And right back into the sexy dance moves! Con with the 10, Californian.
And we finally made it. We finally made it towards the end. So yeah, the rest was just Aussie with Dad. Truthfully, I feel it's good to know Dad is around with the really good wholesome stuff. Then Dad left a voicemail for Keem. Now, besides the dynamic working pretty well, yeah, overall covering this whole Thursday is just insane. A whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of content. It's to the point where I'm like, I don't even know what the hell happened most of the day because there was just so much happening that it was just, even covering it was just like Oh, cool. That's crazy. To damn, that is crazy. To holy wow, that was a complete 180 on everything. I think with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, God bless.